I'm really sorry. I really tried to stay awake.
I spent the rest of the night thinking about it.
Thinking about what? Something that's wrong?
Well, not wrong.
Rick?
It's a theory. All it is a theory.
A theory that kept you up all night long.
I've had a lot of nights where I couldn't sleep thinking about Johnny and the entire situation.
And what good has it done you? All that sleeplessness, do you know what's behind all of this?
Until now.
Must be one heck of a theory.
Well, I talked to Steve Hardy about it yesterday, and he's agreed. I just may know exactly what caused Johnny's heart problem. Sponge that Claudia innocently borrowed from the sports center to clean the shelves at the clinic.
What does a sponge have to do with Johnny's heart attack?
I'm getting to that.
Well, if it's going to be this long a trip, perhaps you would like to stop for a little fuel on the way?
Fine, Leslie, okay? Now, have you ever seen Packy sponge down John?
I don't know, probably in a workout or something. Why?
All right, he uses a diluted ammonia solution.
Really? I would have thought it was just water.
Yeah, well, I thought it was water, too. And then yesterday I smelled something, and I asked him. It's an ammonia solution. It's a normal procedure. It can help stimulate the fighter. And then it dawned on me.
What did?
If the sponge in diluted ammonia, what about the sponge with some other kind of solution that can be easily absorbed into the skin?
Why do I get the feeling that I'm listening to the Mystery Guild selection of the month here?
It has been a mystery to me for a long time.
Okay, I'm saying no jokes. What is the answer?
Johnny didn't have a heart attack.
Good morning. Good morning.
Me?
Want some breakfast?
Thank you, my dear.
I'm not going to use it
Okay.
anyway.
And some conversation? Okay, I'll skip the conversation. And maybe I'll skip the breakfast, but I will have some tea and orange juice.
Good. You may read the paper if you like. If you find anything interesting in it, be sure and let me know. We'll be in the living room.
That was a smooth getaway. You got class.
Yeah, well, I can be real smooth when I'm about to kill from frustration. What is going on?
It's simple, very simple. Sit down. Come on. Drugs.
Yeah.
Like the Jackson, digitalis. They can produce the symptoms of a heart attack, right?
Yeah, sure. So you figure somebody drugged Johnny before the fight.
Had that theory for some time. That's not a conclusion yet, but get back to the sponge. The sponge in a solution of ammonia and water, right? What if something else were put into that solution?
Like digitalis?
Along with the MSO.
Which absorbs through the skin, acting as a carrying agent for the digitalis.
Allowing the drugs to be very easily absorbed into
So
the
they
body.
can produce the effects of a heart attack.
You got the picture.
You think Packy drugged Johnny?
I didn't say that. It could be Packy, it could be someone else. It's just a theory, Leslie.
Okay, all right. It's just a theory. So what's the next step?
I also have the sponge that I hope is the same one that Packy used a couple years ago.
So?
So I'm taking it to Bert. I wanted to do a lab test on it.
And see if there are traces of digitalis or whatever.
Right. But I have got to stop by the sports center. I want to talk to Packy about something. Okay.
So that you can tell him you figure he drugged his fighter?
No, I just want to find out every detail possible about the sponging routine.
Makes me feel
Well,
sad.
there's nothing interesting in the paper this morning, so I thought I would join. Okay, on second thought, I think I'll just go ahead to the hospital. At least people will talk to me there. Is anyone going to go with me this morning? You know?
Yeah, I'm going. I'll go with you. It's just the two of us, though, I think.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Rick's got an errand.
Mike.
What?
Private errand.
Well, I'm sorry, Rick, but our boys at the lab said that our equipment can't handle it. Besides, they said that...
Cleaning at the clinic.
Listen, Rick, the point is, even if that sponge did have some drug on it, the soapy water or the cleaning fluid probably have diluted it.
Bert, I'm just hoping that maybe some small particle of whatever it was might still be in the sponge.
Well, that's possible, Rick, but if you want to pursue this, you'll have to go to the FBI.
Fine, we'll go to the FBI. I mean, if there's the remotest possibility that Johnny was drugged and this is how he was drugged, I have got to find that out.
All right, but don't get your hopes up, because even the FBI can't perform miracles.
Bert, I'm not asking for a miracle. All I want is one tiny little trace of digitalis or whatever it was.
Okay, Rick, look, I'll do what I can for you.
Thanks, Bert. You have a good day. Can't do a test at our local police department. They're going to have to call the FBI. I want to let Joe know what's going on.
Rick.
Hi, Rose. It's Rick. Look, is Joe there by any chance?
Oh, no, I'm afraid not. He went out of town last night, but he should be in any minute.
Will you do me a big favor? Just as soon as he does, tell him that I need to see him. I'll be at the sports center.
Okay, I'll tell him as soon as he comes in.
Thank you. I may stop by later myself.
Good. I'll save you a donut.
Hey, would you save too?
Sure.
Thanks. Thanks for the tea.
Have you finished all your calls?
I called Bert and Kelly's, that was all.
Well, your wife would like to make a little appointment to talk to you here.
Of course. What about?
About this business with Johnny.
We're finally getting somewhere.
I would really, really, really like you to just get out of this whole thing.
Leslie, you don't mean that. You're not saying that to me.
I am. Rick, you're a doctor. You're not a detective. Fights, drugs, police labs, the FBI. Where does it all lead?
It is leading us to the truth.
Or it's leading us to something terrible happening to all of us.
Hey, sweetheart, nothing is going to happen.
It isn't? It isn't going to happen?
No.
Richard, we've had broken windows. We've had the clinic broken into. We've had a broken head. We have had threats. We have had gunshots and disappearing bodies and muggings and what next?
I thought you were with me in this whole thing.
I always want to be with you in everything. I just don't like you getting this deeply involved in this kind of thing.
Leslie, we have to find out if Packy is in any way responsible for Johnny's phony heart attack.
Why? What does that have to do with us?
You know the answer to that.
No, I don't. I know that Johnny is a big boy. Johnny can take care of Johnny.
No, he can't. Not if Packy is the man responsible.
How many years ago was that?
Leslie, if Packy did it once, sit down, he can do it again. Now, I'd be letting John down if I didn't do everything possible to find out who is responsible.
What about Amy? What about Mike?
Hey, we are all in it together.
Yes,
all of us.
we are. Because you have put us there.
Just wait a minute. You agreed with me from the very beginning. We can't just let corruption take over. We can't.
I believe that. You know I do.
Right.
I don't believe you can stand by and not fight corruption. But, Rick, this is too big. This is not something that we can fight single-handedly.
We're not doing that. We have the sports center behind us, Bert Ramsey.
Bert, right, exactly. Let Bert, let the police, let the guys who do this for a living take care of Johnny's problem.
I can't do it. How would I feel if something did happen to John? Leslie, Johnny won't even have a future unless we find out what happened in his past. We have got to know the truth about Packy. Don't you understand that?
Don't you understand how I feel about this?
Tell you what, just as soon as we get a lab test back on the sponge.
Sponge, I wish I'd never heard of that damn sponge. I'm beginning to wish I'd never heard of Packy and Johnny. I am so tired of danger and violence and tragedy that I just can't take anymore. Why can't we lead just a nice, simple, normal, happy life that's safe? Rick, please. Please get out of this, please.
You're sure you don't want to ride?
Nope. I got things to do. I got to make a list for Amy's party.
Look, I could wait if it makes it
No,
easy
it's
for you.
okay.
I don't
Go on
mind.
ahead.
All right. I want to stop by the sports center anyway. Maybe I can find some way of talking Johnny into keeping an eye out for Packy without alarming Packy.
Didn't make the least bit of difference, did it?
What?
All the things that I said?
Leslie, of course it did.
No, it didn't. Nothing's changed.
I'm not going to walk away from this problem, not when I'm right in the middle of it.
Rick, it's not your problem.
Leslie, I understand, I really do, that the reason you're acting this way is because you're afraid. That's okay, all right?
Thank you. I don't need your permission to feel something.
Oh, I'm sorry I even said it then.
along with the rest of the entire world, you have a responsibility to your family.
You don't have to tell me that.
Don't I? It would seem that somebody has to remind you.
Leslie, you just don't know what's involved here.
I do, too. I know only too well.
You don't understand. You don't even want to try to understand.
Understand what?
Nothing, Amy.
Something wrong?
No.
Are you guys arguing?
Amy, sometimes there are private things between two people and two people alone, all right?
We're arguing.
Amy, it is none of your business.